Hello, welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. So in the last episode we dealt with the remaining plague bearers in, well, this part of the city at least. So now we can go and deal with the next contract that we got from Lacroix, which is to contact Alistair Grout, the Malkavian Primogen. So
going somewhere.
That should be interesting. Somewhere else or anywhere. Let's go. Let's go to the mansion. Nines?
You? What are you doing here?
Wandering the mystical maze of my mind.
Out now.
Huh? You also seek the missing Malkavian?
You should get out of here. This place is bad news. Pardon me.
What? Your mouth is making mystical mush. That was weird. Also, that behavior is a little weird. Oh, we're getting there, game. Okay. Good. Excuse me, miss? Hello? Hey! Can't just attack people. Alright. Guess we reached Crazy Town. Just make your way back there, mate.
It is quite peculiar, the happenings I've been made to witness for my supernatural longevity. I am thinking of an unfortunate phenomenon in particular, of unique interest to my station, both as a professional and as a sufferer of this vampiric condition. It seems the stream of time has begun to erode the moorings of my chosen course of study, for the methodologies that gave birth to psychology are slowly disappearing. I find myself in an era that overlooks the physical component of psychological pathology time and again in favor of the sophistic practices of Freud. Phrenology, dactopintilism, and the rest of the old guard has fallen by the wayside, its champions all silenced in death, with my unique exception. Would that I could make my voice heard again, although it may be suspicious should I return to popular medical discourse 50 years after my apparent death. No, better that I continue my studies into the psychoses in secret. One day, may I hold up my own cure as validation of the methods. I am confident no cure for my condition, or that of my beloved wife, lies within our figurative minds, waiting to be unlocked by the correct combination of memories recovered from our childhoods. And I'm most certain it has nothing to do with the relationship between myself, my parents, and my genitals. Sorry, Sigmund, but I choose to stay my course. In time, too, may your star fade and disappear.
Someone likes monologuing a little bit too much. But we noticed that guy that's kind of pulling on the candlestick. He pulls, but nothing happens to his candle, but this gets on and off, then this gets on and off.
Another unfortunate casualty to tide of time, insane asylums. I lament their loss not only as brokerage houses for the breadth and depth of human psychoses, but also I shall mourn the disappearance of that peculiar environment present only in an insane asylum. That palpable atmosphere of blistered brains and churning bowels, the odoriferous melange of freely flowing bodily humors, that gently rolling cacophony of distant sobs and screams, the muttered cursing at perceived enemies, and the blissful gurgling of the lobotomized, like a newborn babe discovering the sky. I shall still find test subjects as surely as I find bloody sustenance in the night, but this climate, I fear, may never be replicated.
That note said something about harmony, and I kind of interpreted it together with the candles that we needed to have them all lit, for instance. And so I tested out that one, which kind of lit the one in the middle, and we saw the one in the middle is kind of independent of the ones outside, so if I pull that, only the outside changes. So I pulled that 2 times in order to get the desired result. I didn't want to disrupt, you know, the monologue. And this appears to be a closed hatch. Yep, looks very closed. Alright then. Also, we found something along the way. Let's check what that is. This Wickerpork Thistle. Spectral weed was not meant to fall in the hands of the damned, but vampires can benefit from its shamanistic magic all the same. It increases defense by 1 point. Well, I'll take it. And we open the door over here. Which, judging from all the crying, I suspect there's more of these guys over here. Alright. See where that guy goes. Coming over here. Nah, man, I heard you wanted to turn around, right. Turn around some more. Right. One room less to worry about. Also closed. Wait, that lamp looks funny. Alright, open the door up above. There's different insta-kill animations if you use a different weapon. Let's find out what the one for the severed armor is. Okay. It's choking someone to death with an arm. Why not?
Often I reflect with great regret on the missed opportunity that was my infector. Had I been conscious after the attack, I could have stopped the orderlies from locking her in the roaming pen. What I would give for just one interview, a few simple questions of the plague-ridden woman who met her end that dawn. Of course, there is no guarantee she would have been any more helpful than my current crop of test subjects, mewling wretches. Few could be called enthusiastic. Given the nature of the tests, I cannot expect the same fervor from all, but a modicum of cooperation would be appreciated. Animals. The one called John went so far as to gnaw off his arm and escape into the floorboards like some feral rodent. I still hear him scurrying about at night. He must be making an atrocious mess in there. My studies proceed at a languid pace. I'm mired in a foul ennui as my wife's illness advances. My subjects grow restless without proper supervision, but I cannot pull myself back from this black depression. How many nights I've wasted now, gazing from the tower walk, pondering the frailty of existence.
So, doesn't appear to be anything on the stairs. Go around here and then circle around to our direction. Come on, just... Sure, you should take another weapon. Alright. That's locked. Let's take a look over here. We've already been here. Was there another door I missed? This is still closed. This is still closed. Okay. You didn't notice that? They must be solving pretty hard, those guys. Apparently this is not a mirror, because we see someone on the other side who's not here.
After decades of solitary study into this affliction, I have learned that it is by no means mine alone. Indeed, the city is home to an entire society of similarly afflicted individuals with whom I've only recently made contact. They are an understandably standoffish sort, by and large, but I have been able to confirm with them that the condition is indeed vampirism, which apparently comes in a multitude of strains, each with a spectacular set of symptoms such as invisibility, even a sort of lycanthropy. Through numerous official interactions with the governing body of this secret society, I have concluded that their fundamental understanding of the vampiric condition is woefully lacking and mired in suspicion and pseudo-religious dogma that would make a Turk balk for its strictures. Indeed, they seemed impressed with my studies and the eloquence with which I was able to present them. Apparently, the typical sufferer of my particular strain of vampirism is far from the vanguard of the King's English.
Well, that's the hatch.
So impressed were they that they even offered me an office in their government, a rather high office by the sound of things. I believe I shall accept. If nothing else, it should provide a lofty vantage point from which to observe the breadth and epidemiology of the affliction, so that I may move more expeditiously toward a cure.
Chaos Active Mind can be understood only through the scientific process. Order, however, is only good as perception thereof. Time is the key that links the two and bears witness to their ebb and flow. Wait. Order, time... Let's... So that's key, that's obvious, but is that order? That's directions. Or perception? Wait, that's chaos. Chaos is the left. All the direction, that's chaos. Alright, chaos. Then order, then time. Let's try that. Well, apparently I did something wrong. Huh.
Rustling robes of the Reaper.
That's weird.
I have accepted the role of Primogen for Clan Malkavian, the dreadfully winsome label applied to the particular strain of vampirism I suffer, so named for some supposed vampire father figure of old, more poppycock grown from a backward culture that seems interminably drawn to children's tales and the fiction of Victorian romance, when it should concern itself with the science behind their suffering. No matter. For I have taken this office for no greater reason than to advance my research. I must make mention, however, that even among my would-be peers in this governing body of vampires, the level of paranoia and superstition is frightening. Their intelligence is not the question, no, indeed. As they courted me for this appointment, I had to suspect that their overtures were hand-tailored to what must be my obvious infatuation with reason, for the devil would do well to have such honey-tongued tempters. Even so, I could not help but notice the dressing of language these vampire leaders chose for their siren song. Whether it is born of habit, from addressing their unwashed, ill-educated subjects, or from their own deep-seated beliefs, their linguistic flourishes belie a faith in superstition over the providence of empirical reason that must be an all-pervasive theme in this society of darkest night. Damn it all, now I'm doing it too.
I need to flip one more switch. Alright, that opens something in the area where we already were. And I take it that this one opens the door because it says open on it. So that should open that. Okay. was that door that was shown opening, right? Interesting maze. God fucking damn it. These fucking guys and their movement, I think I hit it at the correct spot when it was, you know, up for an instant kill, but apparently he had already moved out of the trigger and the invisibility was gone, and you know, bullshit happens. Well, just let's call it stuff. Stuff happens. Alright, doesn't seem to be anything else here though.
As I expand my dealings with the vampire government, I have encountered a disturbing new symptom of this affliction. Frequently, in conversation, I will hear voices emanating from other vampires, voices that are not their own, but which seem to have insight into their lives beyond what I could gather from simple conversation. These voices seem to echo from deep within my fellow vampires, and I cannot be certain if this symptom belongs to my strain of illness or theirs, for the voices are various and inconsistent. I dare not mention this symptom to my vampiric peers, for they have proven themselves true predators to whom I could be loath to reveal any sign of weakness. Indeed, these voices have counseled me against confessing their presence, and until I can confirm their source, I will listen. The information the voices have given me ranges from curious to frightening. The latter case is especially true of one powerful vampire whose name I shall not commit to recording in the interests of self-preservation.
Ammo. Hey. The mind is a maze, and mazes inspire minds. The labyrinth beyond this door, reactions of test subjects to the weirdest environment can be studied easily with the invisibility power of mine. So you can do it too. So we're going to a maze there. But is there something else here? Apparently there's another morphine bottle. I think I'll try going this way. Okay. Oh, great. Come on, to the door. Whoa, 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 sunlight! Jesus! Why'd you have to bring sunlight into this, you fucking maniac? Jesus. The hell are you guys? I don't know. I don't want to know. Oops, sorry.
They're coming.
What the hell is going on here? This is a part of a dungeon that was only restored in unofficial patches later and didn't exist in the release game at all. Only snippets of it existed. And I admit I haven't played this particular area too much. So apologies if I'm a bit more confused than usual as to how to proceed from here. because it appears everything tried to bring me into this room, but I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. Those were not standing there when I left. There's lots of these clocks here, maybe I need to do something with those, but I'm still very confused with all these dummies are supposed to be doing. No, I can't get out. Great! That's where I just came from. Well, at least I can leave, but not sure why I would. Because there's only a very limited amount of... Wait, that phone wasn't ringing before? God damn it.
Stop doing that. Mother should be too pleased. Run too pleased.
Famous doctor dies in accident. Unrecognizable corpse of renowned shrink Dr. Alistair Grout was found in his burning car as it crashed into the Hollywood Hills today.
You're in for it now.
I am no longer safe. I know it. The voices have proven themselves authentic, and I have withdrawn from the Vampire Society entirely. My absence will no doubt draw attention, but I could no longer hold my fragile composure around the ravenous eyes of my vampire peers, especially not around him. The voices compelled me to make what I fear is a Faustian bargain, but I had to, for their demands are constant and merciless. I have secluded myself within the mansion. I know he will strike at me. He will go to any length to achieve his ambitions, and he knows it, I know. I have taken precautions to protect my beloved wife. The cure will have to wait until our immediate safety is guaranteed. mansion was constructed with security in mind, but at that time I was not privy to the full range of vampire capabilities. The voices echo in the twisted corridors of my psyche, dark whisperings of a macabre and formless menace, the approach of which portends an end to all of this. The voices have increased in frequency and direction of late. They have begun to stay with me long after conversation has ceased and are serving as quite a distraction. I fear others are beginning to notice my preoccupation at the vampire gatherings. I am thinking again of the particular vampire of whom I spoke previously, who I dare not name for my growing fear. If the voices are to be believed, then my caution is warranted, for they speak of his blackest crimes, both past and future. More than once I have seen the suspicion in his eyes and heard the distrust in his voice when speaking with me. The fear must register on my face, as it is all I can do in these moments to keep from crying out in chorus with the voices.
Okay, I think the way down there is the other path that we would have taken, the non-restored option. So I think we're just fine just getting on here. What the hell do we have here? Toy. Not entirely sure. A rose, a wind, Beauty and the Beast here all of a sudden? I guess this must have been his wife. I see. Well, seems like he's dead. Would have expected a bit of a fancier bed for someone so old, powerful, distinguished and all that. Not just two mattresses on top of a steel frame. Alright, since we're already way over time, I think I'm just gonna wrap it up here. Apparently Grout is dead. He's lying right there. And also we've seen nines, but things were really odd about that particular meeting, so I don't know, but we'll see more next time. Have a good one.